Hey there, and welcome to episode 4 of the Mississauga Arts Council Summer Podcast. I'm your host, Isaac Daniel Ng, recording and broadcasting from Hayes FM Studios in Port Credit. Today, I'm joined by a special musical guest in studio. Have a listen.
Not burn it down. We gonna build from ground. We gonna burn it down. We gonna build from ground. Wake up, my people, take a stand. Don't believe the lies of the ruling hand. They want to destroy our bodies, destroy our minds, suppress and conquer. Read the signs, hatred. Children learn from the schools, jaded from love, we got to give them the tools. The kingdom is ours, let's put away this mess. Freedom, what we want, no less. We gonna burn it down. We gonna build from ground. Plant the seeds of judgment for ignorance to grow. The progress of humanity is so slow, so slow. Reparation and equality, it's what they need to give. A selfless mentality is what we need to live. Cause the system is twisted, moreover ballistic. I and I can't fix it, the scale me can't tip it. It must be the population to ignite the fire, to bring down the tribulation of their corporate empire. We gonna burn it down. We gonna burn from ground. We gonna burn it down. We gonna build from ground.
You just heard Dead Penny's Sam Morton playing live. He's a young local musician from Mississauga and a member of this year's MARTY Award-winning performance group, Dead Penny. But before we get to hearing more of his tunes and getting some questions answered, I need to list off your MACtivities community arts news and events for June 10th, 2015. The AGM is hosting its Curator 30-Minute Friday on June 12th between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. These sessions will deploy a conversational format for artists, writers, and other cultural producers to meet and discuss their work, proposals, or for grant writing feedback. Space is limited, but you can still pre-register by emailing agm.connect@mississauga.ca. June 12th from 5 to 11 p.m., Sunreal is headlining the annual Saga Block Party at Celebration Square. The Urban Youth Fest will feature live DJ battles, pop-up stages featuring Mac Limelight musicians, street sports, and an open mic. If you would like to perform at the open mic, drop by on the day of or email me at events@mississaugaartscouncil.com. The Mississauga Children's Choir will be performing at Benares Historic House for the weekly On the Veranda Outdoor Summer Music Concert Series, starting at 7:30 p.m. on June 12th. All weekend long, the Mississauga Waterfront Festival will be taking place in Memorial Park right here in Port Credit. On Friday, Port Credit goes country. Saturday pays tribute to classic rock with the Rockin' River Review. And Sunday is all about Pan Am with international music and dance acts. Art in the Park continues on June 13th from 11 to 4 p.m. at the Stouffville Memorial Park featuring Mississaugan visual artist Betty Zhang. June 18th marks the start of MAC's Pan Am Open Mic Series. The first is hosted by Mississauga funny man Jeff Estrella and Clark Hall. The open mic is available to all ages, of all talents, and of all skill levels, from 7 to 10 p.m. If you need a refresher, all of this info is available on the Mississauga Arts Council website or through the Mactivities e-newsletter. If you are organizing an upcoming arts-related event, be sure to join Mac and submit that information so that we can get the word out. I'll let Sam take it away again for another tune before we start chatting him up a little bit. Go ahead, Mr. Morton.
There's souls in my pockets, change dropping all over the place. I got soul in my wallet, but I can't spare a dime for you today. Hey, oh. Come on. Oh, the penny. Yo, I don't have no occupation, but at least I'm not lost in it. It's all about the clock and placement, but I think I miss it. No matter how hard I try to save my nickels, my steps don't jingle. Might be why I'm so single, but when I'm living every day in a blissful way, I forget my payday or just give it all away. Cause I got holes in my pocket, strings dropping within my range. Just trying to flip the page, the streets are my stage. This one goes out to all my fam in the gutter. No TV, yo, climbing trees, that's our bread and butter. But if you can't hold on to the old queen to save your life, throw your hands up, tonight will be alright. There's souls in my pockets, change dropping all over the place. I got soul in my wallet, but I can't spare a dime for you today. You may say that I'm a waste of space, but I think I'm better off this way. Started with the quarter, got for doing my chores at the age of 4. No idea there was more. You know what they call it, pocket money for? They don't even reach your pocket. You go straight to the candy store. With every step I take, my flow escapes. I've accepted my fate. You can't all eat cake by the pound with Drake and his mates. Label me young, but got money I ain't. I know you got some, you just happen to say it every second sentence you spray. I ain't got paid, but that's okay, cause I ain't waiting for the day when I get my big break. Got no plans to live in the land of earthquakes. Celebrate the death of a currency. Currently, it's urgency. We get together and feel like we don't need no more trinkets and frivolous things or riches and bling. Just giving and sing. Come on. There's souls in my pockets, change dropping all over the place. Well, I got soul in my wallet, but I can't spare a dime for you today. I know what dreams are made of, it ain't paper, and I know the price of real love. Trying to save her, but when I find it, I won't ask for my receipt. It's that kind of thing, when it's yours to keep. That's why I'm patching up my khakis, cause they fit my butt just right. I ain't asking you to change your ways, just to change your sight. We'll all see better days together on this rock, where we empty out our pockets and just let that change drop. I know what dreams are made of, I know the price of real love. I know what dreams are made of, I know the price of real love. I know what dreams are made of. I got holes in my pockets, I know the price of real love. And you know you can't stop me. I know what dreams are made of. Dead penny, keep on rocking. I know the price of real love. I know what dreams are made of. Yeah, I know the price of real love.
My name's Cheryl Stone, and I'm the Communications Coordinator with the Mississauga Arts Council. You're listening to the Mac Summer Podcast.
And we're back. I managed to get Sam to put down his guitar for a few minutes, and hopefully we can talk for a little. Hey, thanks for being here, man.
What's up, Isaac?
Nothing much. Well, actually, a lot much. You played some pretty sick tunes, and we got one more coming at the end of the show, but I got some questions for you. So, can you tell us a little bit about the last two songs that we just heard. What were their titles and what were they about?
So the first one was Build From Ground, and that's my newest single, actually, with my band Dead Penny. Actually, when we play these songs that are mine, we call ourselves Dead Penny Collect, because when I first started writing them, it was for a trio, but then I was like, no, man, I think I need more people in this. So I decided to kind of like bring more people in and call it the Collect instead of just the trio. And so Dead Penny Collect, if you want to search that up. And the song is called Build From Ground. It's a reggae tune. I tracked it at Humber Studios when I just did finished my degree program there. And I had background singers, I had horns, and it's like a full 10-piece band, all live off the floor in the studio. And I'm playing bass and singing that one, so you can check that out as a YouTube video or a free download on SoundCloud. And the second one was Holes in My Pockets, which is the lead single off my, or I guess a single off my album, which is available on Bandcamp and SoundCloud as well. All
Movement
you gotta do
from
is
the Heart.
Movement from the Heart. All you gotta do is search Dead Penny Collect.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've listened to that, and I really love that whole EP. Like, your sound is very unconventional. It's got trombones, like Is it fair to describe as acoustic reggae hip hop? Is that kind of the
that's
idea?
as close as you're gonna get for that one. Yeah, totally.
So that's not really a conventional genre. How did that happen?
I mean, I've always listened to like so many different kinds of music. Like every year or a few months, I would get into like this new style or something like that. So the acoustic reggae hip hop thing kind of came from high school when I was going from like playing something like Jack Johnson on the acoustic guitar and singing to something more like Biggie Smalls on the acoustic guitar and singing, you know what I mean? So, and then I would be playing these like house parties and stuff like that, and rapping and playing acoustic guitar, playing like again like Sublime or Wu-Tang or Biggie, and just being like, oh, this is a thing, you know what I mean? Like I could probably do it's funny because I went to Humber School for bass, so I was just always like a sideman kind of bass player playing in another band and stuff. But then once I just like things weren't working the way that I wanted to them there, I decided to take like matters into my own hands and just do the acoustic hip hop reggae thing and kind of try to develop it into something. And then when I started writing songs, they came out as that, and then we tried to make them sound as fully and complete as possible.
Yeah, I have to tell anyone who's listening, the acoustic session is great. It's intimate and it's awesome, but you got to listen to the full production because there's all sorts of stuff. There's like crazy bass lines and there's trombones, like a whole horn section and backup singers. So these songs are great, and but make sure you really listen to his EP, which is free, so there's no reason why you shouldn't. I've listened to it numerous times, and I love it. And I got to ask, though, Dead Penny, what's that all about? Why Dead Penny? What does that mean?
Yeah, I mean, it was 3 years ago, just about right now, that I was coming up with the idea for the band, and I was listening, I was in the car with my mom, and we were listening to the CBC radio, and they were saying that they were getting rid of the penny, that they were killing it off. And so I was like, oh, they're killing off the penny. Oh, the Dead Pennies. That would be a sweet punk band name. You know what I mean? So I was like, oh yeah, if I had any friends who were in a punk band, I would tell them like, you got to name your band this. And I was like, wait a minute, I need a name for my band. So it was like Dead Penny Trio. You know what I mean? At the time, and that had a certain ring to it. I thought
it definitely does.
And so we've since dropped the trio because we're not three anymore, and are either Dead Penny or Dead Penny Collect when we do our big shows. Yeah,
that's cool. So I have to ask, you've already listed off a few, but who are your musical inspirations? Where do you draw a lot of your
Oh man,
from?
there's so
many. I know, it's the
many.
worst question to ask a musician.
I'll go into what it was for this album, because that's kind of the context of where we're coming from here. Is that at the time I had just been hanging out more downtown, and I have this group of friends and two musicians in particular, three I guess. My good friend Christian Bridges, another good friend, JP Sachs, and my good buddy, Eric Schrammick. Christian and JP both have flourishing music careers. You can check them out on YouTube or anything. And they have this beautiful artistic, soul pop, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Reggae, a little bit of their soul probably snuck into my songs at the time, because I was just wow, these are people right in front of me doing exactly what I want to be doing. Yeah. And so I just kind of started writing a lot, fell in love with that community, and so I wrote some of the songs for Kensington Market and all that beautiful stuff downtown.
I've been there too.
Yeah, totally. It's all great vibes. And then my buddy Eric, I still play for, kind of thing. But in any case, at the time I was also listening to lots of Casey Roberts and the Live Revolution,
Yes.
who's another Toronto band that's just has always, since I got to Humber, I checked them out in first year and was just like, they were always my favorite local band. Amazing, huge, like horns and bass lines and funk and, you know what I mean? All the stuff that I you know, truly love, and especially at the time was very into. And also Snarky Puppy,
Yes.
who's this amazing instrumental jazz but not jazz act out of the States, and they come and they just play like amazing improvised but like arranged and like every different kind of instrument possible in their things. And so I was super influenced by Michael League, who's the bass player for that, who does everything for that band. He arranges, he writes, he produces, and does like every little thing, and he's an amazing musician as well. So those are definitely the three main influences for the album. But, you know, going back to my earlier days, it's like Red Hot Chili Peppers, Chaos, you know, I don't know.
Yeah, that's interesting that you mentioned those three, because I was thinking of actually those three. I know
that's
that.
cool.
I know of Snarky Puppy, I know of Casey, and I'm like, man, this guy kind of reminds me of Casey when I first listened
that's
to your EP.
awesome.
So
that's
it worked.
a huge compliment.
It worked. So you studied in Toronto, but you're from Mississauga.
That's right.
And I want to ask, how do you feel about the music scene in Mississauga? Because it's unique, it's interesting, and it can be really challenging too for musicians in this area, right? So what advice would you give to a musician that's from Mississauga that just thinks it's so hard and they just want to come up in that Toronto scene? What would you tell them, and what will they do?
Totally. I mean, it's funny because I guess it seems like a long time ago that I was in that position, but I guess relatively speaking, like I'm still here, right?
Yeah.
It's an interesting scene. I think back in the day there was more. Like, I don't know if I'm maybe out of touch from it now, but and I don't go to high school, so I don't hear about all these high school shows or something like that. But I hope that they do exist more so than I know about them, because I don't really know about too many. Like back in the day was ska. Ska was like the thing. I had the ska band. We played like in Mississauga or in Toronto or whatever. You know what I mean? And there's also like the hardcore kind of stuff, you know what I mean? Those were the two things that I saw a lot of. And so what I'm hoping to do actually is to kind of try to bring it back as much as possible. Like I'm actually in talks with, or like going to be in talks with maybe putting on some kind of event that would involve intermingling like established acts with up and coming, you know what I mean, bands that are trying to break it or trying to just like make a scene within their own community without, you know what I mean, having to go to make the trek downtown, borrowing your parents' cars or getting a ride from your parents, loading the van up and doing all that kind of stuff. You like realistically, you know, there should be way more availability for that kind of like artistic expression within this, and it comes down to like, you know, complications with venues, and it comes down to like how much demand there is in terms of like what kids are doing these days. Are they, you know, just hanging out at home and house parties, or are they actually going out and like, you know, spending their $5-10 on allowance of the week, you know what I mean, on like supporting their friends and doing something memorable, you know what I mean? So I'm hoping to like try to find that again, or if it's not there, then make it happen again, because I think it's so important to get in touch with the culture of your community and to you know what I mean, like really to shine bright from where you are and not just have to go and say, oh yeah, you know, I'm in Toronto but I'm from Mississauga and then all that kind of stuff. You know, we want to make it so that it's like, oh, you're from Mississauga, okay, cool, you know what I mean, like same, like there's some stuff happening, there really is, and I know that, and so we just have to like really give it this space and support for it to be itself.
No, I definitely, you know, feel the exact same way. That you know, I back in my day, you know, there were shows in the Masonic Lodge that would go to in Streetsville, and those were so awesome and so fun. And I'm wondering where it is now, and I hope there's going to be a big renaissance for it to come back, because I feel like you're not the only one who said that. There's lots of musicians who are saying, you know what, Mississauga has the ability to do this. Let's do it. So hopefully sooner than later, that's going to come back.
Yeah.
So tell me about your latest project. What are you working on now, and what are your plans for the near future?
So we have lots of shows coming up for the summer in Mississauga and outside of Mississauga. We play Felche on June 27th, and we also play the first Sunday of the month at Spice. Yes. And what we're working on right now, Nick and Ernesto and I, like Nick is my guitar player, Ernesto is my trombone player. They're the kind of like, you know, core guys of the band that I've been with for the longest now, I guess. And they are, we're all writing like new material. We're trying to like make a new vibe of Dead Penny because we just really want to like make this a little bit more international, a little bit more like, you know what I mean, like move up, you know what I mean, in terms of like the music scene. And so we're trying to find new ways of creating, and we've wrote this song that we are dedicating to Spice. It's called Spice Up Your Life, and we're really excited about it. It's going to be like a dance hall, like super fun party tune kind of thing. Yeah. So we're all really pumped to play it, and we'll probably play it on Spice's June 7th, I think. It's the first Sunday of every month.
Okay, yeah. I'm definitely going to be checking that out. I'm going to bring my violin down. We're going to that's an open jam if I'm correct, right?
Totally.
Yeah, I'm going to bring my fiddle down. We're going to have some fun.
Sounds great.
On one of those days. If people want to follow you online, what do they got to do? Give me the plug, Sam.
Instagram is at Dead Penny Sam. I post lots of videos and covers up on there. YouTube is where I have lots of stuff up from the past and from the present. Dead Penny Sam is my name on YouTube as well. Dead Penny on Facebook, just Dead Penny. Also, yeah, Twitter, Dead Penny Sam.
And the last song that's coming up, want to introduce it and tell us what it's all about?
Yeah, it's called We Want That Real, and it's something that like I hope that, you know, the message and the lyrics, like exactly what we were talking about music scene and culture, and like having something that people can call their own and all that kind of stuff. It's definitely a song dedicated to musicians and artists alike, whether they're struggling or whether they're thriving in their community, in their culture, and just trying to create something that they know is worthwhile.
Okay, yeah. Well, I'm sure we're going to enjoy it. Thanks a lot for talking to me, Sam.
Thank you, Isaac.
Yeah, I'll be seeing you later.
Cheers.
Sam Morton will be closing off the show with one more song. But before that, I need to do some end-of-episode housekeeping. If you aren't a member of MAC, well, why not? Whether you're emerging or established, membership with the Mississauga Arts Council is essential. Network with other artists, have your talent advertised, stay up to date on the latest events, and be the first to know about all arts-related opportunities. New and archived episodes of this podcast will be available on our website every Wednesday at www.mississaugaartscouncil.com/podcast for streaming and direct download. Or you can subscribe to our YouTube and Mixcloud accounts for updates. Episode 5 is scheduled to be published for Wednesday, June 17th. If you have any questions, comments, or feedback, please get in touch. You can email at mac@mississaugaartscouncil.com. You could phone in 905-615-4278. You could tweet us at Miss Arts Council. Find us on Facebook. Or swing by our office at City Hall and ask for the new guy. I'll stand up and give you a wave. Special thanks goes to my producer and editor, Vernon Bainey at the Haze FM Studios, and to my executive director, Anu Vital. With that, I think I'll have to say goodbye, at least until next time. I'll pass you off now to Sam. Wherever you are and whenever you're listening, have a great week, and remember that MAC is the umbrella for the arts.
How many times you hop into your car? Takes a while to start, but you need to depart. You're finally on the road, but there's something missing. You need a little jamming when you're on your mission. So you flip the switch and you listen, and you end up reminiscing. In time and place, some music had some substance, a little bit of love in it. Not just booze, bitches, enough of it. Product placement be kicking your face and can't take the weight. They be overplaying the same shit. It's more than the weak taste of the corporate majority. This ain't no free state. There's so much more to see and hear. But they got the fear that if real people hear our music, then the kingdom disappears. We want that real shit, we love that real shit. Forget all you weak kids clogging up the system. Give me that real shit, I want that real shit. Real people make real music, we're never gonna lose it. It's hard to say when the storm came, and it's harder still to lay the blame. But all I know is there's something wrong when little kids sing obscenity and they call it a song. Your local scenes are dying, real people just trying to thrive but survive and spending their life grinding. Let's take it back to young poets asking for change. Watch how they react, guarantees the same way they did before. So let's ignore what they feed us, cause we know that there's more. We want that real shit, we love that real shit. Forget all you weak kids clogging up the system. Give me that real shit, I want that real shit. Real people make real music, we're never gonna lose it. Here to take part and create a movement from the heart. We want that real shit, we love that real shit. We want that real shit, we want that real shit. We want that real shit, we love that real shit. Real people make real music,